utility closet on the building's fourth floor. Building management says everybody was able to exit the building safely. 19 total units are without power. 5 of those apartments could be in the dark until sometime next week. And closures could be coming for a decades-old national child care program.
The families of about 16,000 children in Wisconsin alone rely on the Head Start program for free childcare and other educational services. But funding cuts and confusion could soon leave hundreds of low-income families without care. Wisconsin programs have received less than half the federal funding they received at this time last year. They're also experiencing payment delays, even for grants that have already been awarded. The funding cuts put the jobs of 4,000 Wisconsinites at risk. Jessica Gatso, WTMJ News.
It's time for Milwaukee golfers to tee off. Today kicked off the 2025 Milwaukee County Parks golf season. Chair of the County Parks and Culture Committee, Sheldon Wasserman, tells WTMJ.
It's beautiful. I mean, it's absolutely stunning. And to get out, walk, enjoy yourself, and play golf and have a great time. It's great for your health. It's great for Milwaukee County's health and the park system. And it's a great win. And really, all our parks really get you out of the house. We can only play video games so much.
Last year, over 380,000 rounds of golf were played across the county. And Austin Straubel Airport is preparing for 40,000 passengers to land in Green Bay for next week's NFL Draft.
That's double what Airport Director Marty Piet considers a very busy week.
We're the front door to the community, the first thing that people see when they arrive by aircraft.
Piet is also accepting reservations for up to 150 private planes.
We're working with the FAA to make sure that we can accommodate all those guests coming in.
New nonstops have been added from New York, Los Angeles, and Salt Lake City. There's even a new outbound nonstop.
The day before the draft to Orlando, returning the day after the draft. So if you live in town and don't want to go, you can go to Orlando instead.
Greg Matzik, WTMJ News.
The 3-day event begins Thursday of next week. Sports, traffic, weather are next. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News time is 6:04.
So if you're already in a relationship with an auto service center, that's great. We hope things keep firing on all cylinders.
But if you're not in a relationship, why not book your next date with us at Richlands? The next time you're due for service.
All of our locations are AAA approved and staffed by ASC certified technicians with PhDs in
We can fix anything!
Put that on top of the friendliest, hardest working staff you'll ever meet inside a tire and service center,
and you've got yourself a rock solid date.
The next time you're due for factory scheduled maintenance
or tires, brakes, and suspension service,
book your date at richlands.com.
Or just Google us. But remember, Richlands is spelled with 2 N's.
And oh yeah, be safe, buckle up, and hey,
always make sure you have good tread on your tires. I'm Courtney Matchkey with Richlands, and you're due for a date.
Clever.
Richlands Tire and Service, such a refreshing change. Richlands.
Your nose is for breathing. Your mouth is for eating. And if you're breathing through your mouth, it's not because your body wants to. It's because it has to, because your nose isn't working properly. And although you've lived like this, it's no way to live, and it's having a significant impact on your life. I know you know this, and I know that taking action isn't always convenient. But at Advent, we've done all we can to make changing your life for the better as easy as possible. I'm Dr. Madan Kandula. With tens of thousands of our patients, a thorough breathing triangle evaluation, along with a simple 20-minute in-office procedure called balloon sinuplasty, has opened their
.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better.
AdventKnows.com.
Results may vary. Most insurance accepted.
Time for WTMJ Sports Update from the Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all sports desk. The Milwaukee Brewers promote third base prospect Caleb tonight in Game 1 of a 3-game series. Coverage begins following the 6 o'clock news right here on WTMJ. And the Bucks will begin their postseason without All-Star guard Damian Lillard, but Dame could return to the floor as early as Game 2 of their playoff series against the Pacers.
He's been cleared for full basketball activity, which is unbelievable. He's no longer on blood thinning medicine, which allows him to have some contact and play. And I think for us, beyond thanking world-class physicians and our whole performance team and Dame himself, he'll continue some on-court activity, and we will see how it goes.
Game 1 of the series begins with the Bucks and Pacers, and it's scheduled for Saturday at noon. All right, take a look at your roads with your WTMJ time saver traffic. We got one incident out on I-94 at the ramp from Brewers Boulevard north to I-94 east. The right shoulder is blocked due to a disabled vehicle on the shoulder. Other than that, roads are starting to clear up across the Milwaukee area. All right, time for your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Now we're going to get some scattered showers and storms early throughout the evening. It'll be mostly cloudy with a low of 44 degrees. Saturday is going to become mostly to partly cloudy with a high of 54 degrees. It'll turn cooler towards the lakeside towards the evening. Sunday will be mostly cloudy with evening rain moving in with a high of 48 degrees. Monday's going to be mostly cloudy with scattered showers and a high of 50 degrees. Tuesday will be partly cloudy with a chance of showers and storms and a high of 56 degrees. Right now in Madison, it's 60 degrees. In Green Bay, it's 62 degrees. In Waukesha, it's 67 degrees. And right here in Milwaukee, it's 61 degrees. I'm Sean Brinda, Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 6:08.
This is Brewers Warmup with Dominic Cotroneo. Your lineups, manager insights, and a preview of tonight's game right now. This is Brewers Warmup. Here's your host, Dominic Cotroneo.
Back at home and ready to go. The Brewers after an off day. Oh, welcome in the Athletics. I almost said Oakland. Welcome in. We're already right off the top messing up the team name. The A's from Sacramento by way of Oakland and soon to be Las Vegas are the opponent for the weekend. And they're a pretty good team. Do not oversight them because it is not what it's been the last few years. There is some serious talent on the way and playing very well. They're coming off of a sweep of the Chicago White Sox. They will be a tall task. For the Brewers, they are coming off of a series win over the Detroit Tigers, and they're starting things off with their opening day starter, Freddie Peralta. Good righty matchup today. JT Ginn goes on the other side for the A's. They are 9-10. The Brewers are 10-9. But the big news today, the Brewers making a roster move. In case you missed it, Caleb Durbin is here to make his big league debut in 2025. He was acquired from the Yankees in the Devin Williams trade this past offseason. He opened the year in AAA Nashville, coming out of spring training. Down there, he hit .278 with an OPS that was just shy of 800. Also, does not strike out. Didn't walk all that much even normally than his scouting report suggests. But he had 2 home runs, 12 batted in, 5 doubles, and also 3 stolen bases. Pat Murphy says he's going to get a full runway to play everyday third base. Vinny Capra will slide into a utility role. His ability to play shortstop gives the ability for the Brewers to give Joey Ortiz a day off if need be. But Caleb Durbin is here. We caught up with him before the game today. He is in the starting lineup, too. He is batting 9th and playing third base. We will get to the starting lineups in just a moment. We'll also hear from Brandon Woodruff as he pitched up in Appleton today for the Timber Rattlers. Another rehab outing. How did that go? We'll give you an update on that and also preview what these next 16 to 20 games or so mean for the Brewers and what an opportunity they have in front of them. But first, let's hear from the man that it's all about today from Lake Forest, Illinois. Plenty of friends and family on the way up. Caleb Durbin, now, he did not make the club, obviously, coming out of spring training. It was odd to consider that, he had a chance to make the team, which is true, but you knew that with the roster flexibility of Oliver Dunn and with the, lack of roster flexibility of Vinny Capra, the deck was kind of stacked against him. He performed the best he could. He didn't have a great spring training, but nonetheless, when he was ultimately sent down, Caleb Durbin understood what it took, and wow, he's so proud to get back up here.
I'm the type of guy where anything that doesn't really go my way, kind of use it as fuel. That was kind of like you said, a little disappointing, obviously knowing that there was competition with, other guys in the mix that were playing really well. So, but you got to take it and use it as a positive. And that's kind of use it. Wanted to go to AAA and get my feet under me and keep doing my game, keep playing the way I play. And knowing that, hopefully my opportunity will come.
What do you think you were doing well in the time you were in Nashville? What were you happy about?
Just really felt like I had a really solid approach of just trusting my eyes, being aggressive, putting really good swings on the ball, and feeling really comfortable on the bases and on defense. And that's, spring training is kind of where you try to find that, and I felt really good near the end of spring and was able to keep that rolling into Nashville.
I think most of your starts in the minors were at second base, but you played primarily third this year. Just how comfortable are you over there?
I think last year was really the first time I started a split time at third. And then obviously, like you said, this year getting the majority of my reps over there. So anytime you can get as much game action at a position to make you feel more comfortable, the better.
How did Rick tell?
It's a guy that is going to play third base as much as they can. He is still a work in progress defensively over there at third base, but how do you get better? You get reps, and that's what the Brewers are ultimately understanding. And the inspiration of all this, of course, is trying to get some production out of that third base spot right now, because the Brewers are in the bottom 5 in virtually every category in baseball when it comes to production out of third base. The platoon of Dunn and Capra simply wasn't working like the Brewers had hoped at this point in the season. Pat Murphy mentioned it earlier today that, it is still a small sample, only 40, 50 plate appearances, but they know that Oliver Dunn needs to play more. And having him on the bench, given how many lefties they face, they'll face another lefty on Sunday against these A's. They'll probably face another lefty on Monday against the Giants. That, maybe it's best for him to go down to AAA, get more consistent at-bats, and if he proves himself to get back up here, making quality contact, making pitchers pay, then they can revisit that. One other thing on Caleb, I talked about this on last night's Brewers Weekly, but as a fellow short king, I had to ask about, hey man, you're 5'7", and that's generous, but he's built, right? He's a strong dude, was a wrestler in high school, multi-sport athlete, but he went to Division III school, right? Wash U down in St. Louis, and then was signed as a junior by the Atlanta Braves, then traded to the Yankees, and now traded to the Brewers, right? There's been some adversity along the way. What makes his story special to finally make his big league debut?
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome. I think it's hard for anyone. Definitely my journey is pretty unique, but I think just in general, anyone at this level has put in a ton of work. I have a ton of respect for everyone who, even in pro ball, but really just getting to this level, I know how much work that I've had to put in to get here, and it's not easy, but at the same time, I think you just put your head down and work. You're giving yourself the best chance, so it's kind of what it's been about for me.
And he's got a shot, and he's going to get every opportunity. I guess he's got to dust off that page in the media guide for Brewers to hit a home run in their first big league at bat. We'll take a breather, come back with more Brewers warm-up going to the bottom of the hour. The network will take over after that. You're listening to your home of the Brewers, 620 WTMJ.
Wisconsin in the springtime is absolutely fantastic. Help me celebrate it as I introduce you to some of the cool people, places, and things that happen in the spring and throughout the year. It's Experience Wisconsin, 1 o'clock on Saturdays on WTMJ. This week, we check out Old World Wisconsin, where they're brewing new beer this year. That sounds fun. And we'll head to Beloit. It's Experience Wisconsin. We'll check in with the coolest places around the state, Saturdays at 1 o'clock right here on 620 WTMJ.
Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You just pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash. Run your game all season long on Prize Picks. And springtime's here, and baseball season is officially underway. Don't miss your chance to add your favorite players from the diamond in your Prize Picks lineup. Whether it's strikeouts, RBIs, or first-inning runs, take your pick of more or less for your shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash today. On Prize Picks, you can mix and match player projections from different sports. Combine your favorite baseball players with players from basketball, hockey, esports, and much more. Download the app and use code DOM, that's D-O-M, to get $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. That's code DOM, D-O-M, to get $50 instantly after your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, run your game.
You only get one chance to make a first impression, and that goes double for your home listing, because that's how you're going to get the most value. By having a customized marketing plan specific to your property with professional photos, global marketing, and the built-in experience that Century 21 Benefit Realty has brought to the table since 2004. And being joined with Century 21 just makes all of the above stand out that much more. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty. Benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated.
So how is that possible? 1.9% real estate commission? There must be something you're not telling me.
I hear that a lot. The truth is, everybody could do it, but they choose not to because folks keep paying more than they have to. I guess they just haven't heard yet that Century 21 Benefit Realty can make that 1.9% real estate commission promise on the sale of your home and stick to it. So I'd like to think that's going to make your decision easy. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty. Benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated.
Now, more of Brewers Warm-Up on WGMJ.
Welcome back. I'm Dom Cotroneo. Brewers and A's getting ready to go at it. The first of 3 this weekend. 7:10 tonight, 6:10 tomorrow, and 1:10 on Easter Sunday. The roof is closed. It should be anyway. The panels are open, though, trying to get some circulation in here after all those storms that have rolled through the area today. While we have a moment, let's go ahead and take a look at the starting lineup, starting with the home team, Milwaukee Brewers. Again, going up against a right-hander, J.T. Ginn. Leading off, it is Bryce Terang. He is playing second base. Jackson Chourio plays left and hitting second. Yelly is the DH. Christian, after his charity concert last night, hits third. William Contreras was testing out the torpedo bat earlier today. See if he brings it into the contest. He's the cleanup hitter in behind the plate. Sal Frelick gets the start in right field, fresh off his first homer of the year. He bats fifth. A day off for Rhys Hoskins. It'll be Jake Bowers playing first base today. He's hitting sixth. Joey Ortiz, the shortstop, bats seventh for Milwaukee. Garrett Mitchell sliding to the eighth spot today in center field. And then the big league debut of Caleb Durbin, the right-handed swinging third baseman, will make his first start as a big leaguer. Again, Terang, Chourio, Yelich, Contreras, Frelick, Bowers, Ortiz, Mitchell, Durbin. For the A's and former Brewer Mark Kotze, the manager of the A's, it'll be Lawrence Butler. He'll be the right fielder. He was signed to an extension before the season started. He's been off to a great start getting on base. Brent Rooker, the DH, he can hit. He's got 5 homers this year, but he's outdone by the guy batting behind him in the 3 spot, Tyler Soderstrom. The first baseman's got 9 homers this year, the pride of Turlock, California. Shea Langoliers, the catcher, bats cleanup for the A's. J.J. Bleday off to a slow start, but starting to get going, the center fielder. Batting 6th, it is Jacob Wilson, who had a hit in almost every game so far this year. He is the shortstop. Miguel Andujar is the left fielder. He'll bat 7th. Gio Urshela is the third baseman, hitting 8th. And Max Muncy, no, not that Max Muncy, but a different Max Muncy, spelt the same. He's the second baseman, batting 9th. Again, Butler, Rooker, Soderstrom, Langoliers, Bleday, Wilson, Andujar, Urshela, Muncy, all against the right-hander, Freddie Peralta. He's 1-1, a 2.31 ERA. Ginn is 1-0, a 1.69 ERA, but this is only Ginn's second start of the season. His first one came against the Mets. He got the win working into the 6th inning. 6 Ks, 2 walks, just 1 solo homer in that one. So as you get that data from your starting lineups and you're getting ready to go and you're thinking about what you want to do with today's game, think about Prize Picks. It's the best place to get real money sports action. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You just pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash. Run your game all season long on Prize Picks. Springtime's here and baseball season officially underway. Don't miss your chance to add your favorite players from the Diamond to your Prize Picks lineup. Just go into the app, Prize Picks, super easy to use, super easy to follow. All you got to do is pick more or less on multiple players. So now I kick things over to our producer, Matt Yazel. Matt's going to give us the knowledge. What are your Prize Picks for today?
All right, Dom. I'm going to go Christian Yelich more than half a hit plus run plus RBI. So he's just got to get one of those. Seems like a good deal to me. I'm going to say J.T. Ginn allows more than 1.5 earned runs. I think the Brewers get to the talented young right-hander. And I'm going to say Freddie Peralta has less than 7 strikeouts. The A's don't strike out a ton as a team, so I'm going to say he pitches well, but less than 7 strikeouts.
Sounds like sound logic to me. Download the app today, and you can make those picks just like Matt did, and you can use promo code DOM, that's DOM, to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code DOM, D-O-M, like Dominic, to get $50 instantly after your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, run your game. We're going to hear from Brandon Woodruff in just a moment. How did his rehab outing go today? Back with more after this on 620 WTMJ.
The iconic Brit Floyd returns to the Riverside Theater. Celebrate 50 years of Wish You Were Here with the album played in full, plus other classic Floyd tracks amongst the stunning production Brit Floyd always brings. Friday, May 31st and Saturday, June 1st at the Riverside Theater. Celebrate 50 years of Wish You Were Here with Brit Floyd. Tickets are on sale now at pepstheatergroup.com.
A whole day dedicated to us? No. Dedicated to you, the WTMJ listener. Come celebrate WTMJ Day with us, your favorite WTMJ hosts, at a private tailgate at the Brewers game here, Saturday, May 17th. Enjoy food, drinks, hanging out with us at WTMJ, plus tickets to the Brewers game as they take on the Twins border battle here at American Family Field. Get more information and secure your tickets at WTMJday.com. Again, WTMJday.com. Tickets will go fast. Sign up now. We'll see you at the ballpark for WTMJ Day, Saturday, May 17th, sponsored by Woodman's.
Steel walk behind, zero turn, and stand on mowers are built to get the job done. Shop online or at your local Steel dealer. Steel, let's go mow.
Hey, this is WTMJ's Steve Scavini for Heiser Automotive. I love talking about Heiser. Just picked up a 2023 pre-owned with very low mileage Chevy Silverado 1500 LT, beautiful glacier blue. Love it. Looks fantastic. It's got a black cloth interior. Every time I get in this truck, I say, that is amazing. 8-speed automatic transmission. Awesome mileage MPG for a truck. 24 city. Get this, 29 highway. Towing capacity, payload is big, all the things you love about Heiser. Here's what I love about Heiser, all the great programs. Whether you're talking a pre-owned or new, safe and sound program, right? Vehicle exchange program, right? Love it or exchange it. Valid on new or pre-owned vehicles, which is what I was talking about. Purchase or lease with the comfort of your own home. Roadside assistance for life. All the things you love about Heiser is all the reasons why they say every day and why I always tell people at Heiser Automotive, today's your day.
Back to Brewers Warmup on WTMJ.
Brewers are getting on the mend on the healthy side. This is Brewers Warmup. I'm Dom Cotroneo. If you're hanging out, tailgating, getting ready to come into the ballpark, looking forward to it here on Peanuts Night. Hope you can see some of the merch up here on the Loge level, too. There's some great stuff out here. But let's take a quick peek right now at the minor leagues, but specifically a few big leaguers getting involved for the Crew, as Brandon Woodruff started for High A Appleton earlier today before all the rain came through. They had to only play 7 innings today. The final line reads for this rehab outing: 4 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs. They were all earned, 3 walks, but only 3 strikeouts. Woody threw 68 pitches. 44 of them were strikes. In his own words, Brandon Woodruff on his command in the day overall.
You know, when you have any type of surgery, especially shoulder surgery, typically the last thing that comes for guys is the command of the baseball. And, you know, out there today, I got to 2 strikes, or, you know, even early in count, I didn't execute with 2 strikes. And then you get behind early, like it doesn't matter what level you're at, especially right now for me until the velocity gets back. That's what I'm going to have to be able to lock in on is the command. So body feels good, shoulder felt good, everything felt good today. So check that box, move on to the next one. But yeah, it's these are all the little things that I'm trying to relearn, and been doing this my whole life. But when you don't do it for 19 months essentially and try to get back out here, it may take a little time, but I'm on the right track.
He is on the right track, and literally the final blessing from Dr. Keith Meister, they had another visit before this rehab outing. It was go pitch. Go find out what you're capable of. Go see your arm respond to actually being used, and that's the game plan right now for Brandon Woodruff. So this one is in Appleton, but it sounds like this is probably going to be the last trip up to the Fox Valley for him, given that he needs to face a little bit better competition, but he's still able to see results. But he explains why that's such a big deal for him as he moves along in his rehab.
The next one will be in probably the next 2 to 3, however many, whatever it looks like, will be in Nashville. So, I need to kind of lock in a pitch count and some load there against some of the older guys. And that's the challenge about coming here is it either goes one or two ways. You either kind of like today, you kind of get. If you throw the ball in the middle of the plate, they're going to hit it because they're aggressive. Or if you make a good pitch, your day can be done in 30 minutes. So, honestly, aside from giving up runs, today was a perfect day for me. I checked everything I wanted to check. I felt good through the pitches, got through 4 innings. A lot of positive stuff for me in terms of my pitches. Right now, the fastball is not 98. It's not 96, 98. It's I'm having to do things a little bit different, which is going to help me in the long run. So keeping that perspective is big in rehab. So
he's getting better. He's on the mend, but again, don't expect to see him until mid-May at the soonest. As for a guy that's a little closer to returning, Tobias Myers, he is pitching tonight in AAA Nashville. He is scheduled to throw 5 innings. He threw 5 innings in his last outing too, but that was with a short pitch count. So they want to see him build 5 innings. Maybe they go beyond depending on the pitch count, but after 1 inning of play already for him, he's thrown 21 pitches. Scoreless first inning against the Charlotte Knights. That's the White Sox AAA affiliate in the International League. Tobias, 1 inning, 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts in the first inning. The slider's looking good. Velo sitting 92 to 93 miles an hour, right on par with what he normally is. So he's looking healthy, and that if things go according to plan, that he gets 5 innings in, maybe he gets up to 80 pitches or so. The Brewers would like to activate him for next Thursday against the San Francisco Giants. That would be his next day. I imagine they wouldn't put him straight into an every 5th day rotation. Maybe give him that extra day and have him go next Thursday against the Giants. As for today, we said Freddie Peralta and JT Ginn. Tomorrow, that will be Chad Patrick against Luis Severino. Severino, of course, pitched here with the Mets in last year's postseason. And then finally on Sunday, the Brewers listed as TBA, but it's Logan Henderson in all likelihood going against the left-hander J.P. Sears, or I beg your pardon, Jeffrey Springs will go on Sunday. J.P. Sears pitched yesterday, so just one lefty in this weekend series against the A's. Quick look around Major League Baseball here before we get you over to the network pregame show. How about the game on the north side? That is an all-time wacky classic. This game was 2-1 Cubs entering the bottom of the 7th inning, okay? 2-1 Cubs, bottom 7. It ended 13-11 Cubs. The Cubs got a grand slam from Ian Happ in the bottom of the 7th inning to go out in front by a 7-1 score. Then the Diamondbacks scored 10 runs in the top of the 8th inning and still lost because they gave up 6 in the bottom of the 8th inning. One of the wackiest games of the year. The wind wasn't even technically blowing out all that much, just a lot of meatballs down the middle. Corbin Burns started. He did not factor into the decision. Colin Ray started. A couple of old friends. Ray, in classic Craig Counsell fashion, did not let him complete the 5th inning despite only having 70 pitches in 4 2/3 frames. But I digress. This one was really worn by Joe Mantiply and Porter Hodge for the guys that had their ERAs get killed by this one. Joe Mantiply only recorded 2 outs and allowed 3 earned runs. His ERA is up to 16 on the year. Porter Hodge, his ERA goes up to 7 after allowing 6 earned runs in 2/3 of innings. So that game was wacky in the opener of the weekend series for D-backs Cubs. Phillies beaten up on Sandy Alcantara. It's 6-0 in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Zach Wheeler starting on the other side for the Phils. A home run from Bryce Harper and RBIs from Alec Boehm, Luis Rojas, and Bryson Stott. Cleveland leading Pittsburgh 2-1. O'Neal Cruz hit another leadoff home run in that one, second consecutive game that he's done that. But other than that, Luis L. Ortiz trying to get revenge on his former club. He's got 5 strikeouts in that contest. Royals and Tigers, that's a 1-1 game in the bottom of the third. Cole Reagans is trying to make it 4 consecutive starts of double-digit strikeouts. North of the border, the Mariners and the Blue Jays are all tied at 1 in the bottom of the second inning. The Cardinals are out to a hot start on the Mets. That game is in Queens, 1-0, and still batting in the top of the second inning against David Peterson. Yankees up on the Rays in what's one of the more odd series of the year, given the Yankees have to go the first of 2 trips down to Tampa to visit their spring training park as the visitors. But they're up early 1-0. They won last night as well. Well, I'll be with you after the game flying solo today for our Brewers Extra Innings post-game show. We'll have plenty to talk about, I hope, after the first game with the Athletics. And again, they're intentionally being called the Athletics from Sacramento because they don't want to use the name Sacramento in the name of their official team. So they're just referred to as the Athletics, but I'm calling them the Athletics from Sacramento. I'm still calling them the Athletics. Just saying. That should still be in Oakland that are on their way to Vegas. Nonetheless, they're a really good team. This offense is legit. They just swept the White Sox. This should be a fun series. My thanks to our producer, Matt Yazel. I'm Tom Cotroneo. Keep on swinging.
You've probably been hearing a lot of buzz about tariffs.
I haven't.
Really?
What's a tariff?
It's a tax on imported goods.
It